fine, everyone. I may or may not be suffering right now, but it's okay. Hi, Soma. Boys kissing? Weird. Maybe I should play some BL games on stream. Then I can fangirl over boys kissing, right? I hope you are not dead from spice. I'm surviving. If you guys didn't see my tweet earlier, I think I deleted it, but I may not have forgotten. I may or may not have forgotten that I was gonna stream today. And then I decided to eat spicy pork bulgogi for lunch. Oh, not the best idea to do. I do not recommend it. Whoops. It tasted good. But I didn't regret it in the moment, but will I regret it later? Maybe. But it's not gonna get in the way of me playing another game for Fall in Love Festival. So if you guys didn't see my last stream, this week from September 24th to October 1st, I believe, we're gonna be playing lots and lots and lots of romance visual novels, and I'm so excited. I was supposed to play this one earlier this month, but I had to cancel or postpone, so I'm playing it now. Any updates since then? I fixed the head pat redeem, I think. Thank you so much to Tommy for the head pads. Just as I mentioned them. Hi, welcome, welcome. I hope you've been well. And then I also have my bonk redeem. Hi! Thanks for dropping by. We're just about to start Death and Faeology. Wait, actually, love you too, fam. I see how it is. You guys can wishlist the game on Steam for more information. They have another game that just came out that I'm gonna stream this weekend too. So let's get started. Did I look up any information about what this game is? Very vaguely. I just know that it's gonna be a lot of mystery solving and lots of brain cells at work, but I have two tops, so I'm gonna be depending on you guys. Love you too, fam. Fine. You should pin the link to the game in the oh, that's what I forgot to do. I did it last time, but not this time. Okay, sorry about the music being muted. It mutes whenever I open a different window for some reason. That's a very good idea. I did that last time, but forgot to this time. I was too busy focusing on the repercussions of my spicy pork bulgogi. Because yesterday I had tofu soup with that, and that was good. But actually, do I see it? I see it. Okay. I will pin Haina until she Minas. I don't know how that. What does that mean? Time to bonk? Wait, I just started. I didn't do anything. Let me make my quick. I love starting stream with some scuff. Wait, I should put a limit on the amount of bonking. Wait. Support the game and Fall in Love Festival here. And then that's the game link. And then Fall in Love Festival. Am I doing? Let's hope this works. I did it! Okay. Okay, back to the game. And the audio back on. All I know is that... Are you bonking me again? Hold on a moment. Like, you guys fucked around and now you guys are finding out. Wait, let me limit this. I'll do like once per, I don't know. Manage power-ups, default rewards, custom rewards. Bum bum bum. Cool down. Okay, you guys can bonk me once every 2 minutes. My hand? What? But thank you for the bonks and the hat pads. I know they weren't working for a while, but it's okay. Not fair. It seems pretty fair to me. Maina. Okay, we're proceeding with the game now, guys. Let's use our brain cells now. Grading first-year assignments can be such an exercise in patience. I had to remind myself that Faeology is a relatively recent science, only a couple of decades old. This game reminds me very vaguely of like, what's that one book series called? Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairy, something like that. I didn't read it yet, but my best friend read it and she really liked it. The university, the only Faeology university in the whole country, was just finished being built in 1905. It is still barely acknowledged in the academic field. More importantly, I've got to keep in mind that children inherit their parents' prejudices and misconceptions. Wait, what about the fairies? Wait, how does that affect how they view fairies? Oh dear, I forgot to plug back in my iPhone and died. I kind of need it for things. I hope I can charge super fast for you. The human world has formed its own notion of fairies, and I find myself unable to suppress a big sigh every time I read references to poisoned apples ushering princesses into eternal sleep. Oh, the fairy tales! A reference to the Cottingley fairies is one I can understand since it was quite the sensation not too long ago. Although it would be clear in the eyes of renowned Faeologists that the photographs are mere imitations. A pity that Sir Doyle was taken in by... Sir Doyle? Is that the guy who did... what's it called? Sherlock Holmes? The only reason I know that is because Arthur Conan Doyle is in the game Ikemen Vampires, and if you've heard me mention that game before... Hot vampires, I'm just saying. It's an ultimate game. You guys can download it on the App Store right now and play it. I'm just saying. Wait, why are you bonking me? No, wait. No, I'm just saying, it's a good game. I like that. I play most of the love routes. Hot vampire mention? Facts? Exactly. Look, there's Napoleon. They turned Joan of Arc into an Ikemen guy. I'm just saying. There's Napoleon, there's Osamu Dazai, I believe? Who else is there? Isaac Newton, Leonardo da Vinci, there's Shakespeare, there's Mozart, there's Theodore Van Gogh, Vincent Van Gogh. Shaking my head, advertising a reading during a semi-sponsor. Oh shit! Look, this game. I'm just saying. Wait. I was thinking about... I lost track of where it was. Leonardo da Vinci, I loved him in Titanic. You know what? Close enough. I have to take a break. The grading session today has taken me quite a tangent. My beloved Oz. Oh! Wait. That's pretty beautiful. I usually don't like... Okay, you guys know I don't like bugs, but there's something, eye-catching about this one. Maina, would Leonardo DiCaprio date you? I feel like if I said yes or no, you guys would know my age range. So I'm not gonna say an answer to it. Because people make those jokes about that, so I'm aware of those. I suppose having a fairy companion does give one an advantage in identifying genuine fairies. I'd say a break is in order, wouldn't you, Oz? Oz responds through trills that I've learned to interpret over the decades I've known them. Decades? How old are we? The Cottingley fairies again? Yes, princesses' eternal slumber due to poisoned apples. We don't care much for human princesses. Yeah, who needs princesses? But making poisoned apples is rather an easy feat. Shall I turn one of them into a toad in front of the whole class to show that Fae folk is capable of more than that? Do it! I want to see that happen. Look, if you have people that you don't like, or if you work like a retail job or in restaurants and there's a petty Karen customer, I'm just saying. It would be pretty cool to have a fairy sidekick, a fairy companion, who could turn them into a toad and tell everyone not to mess with you. I'm just saying. At the same time, showing them that not all fairies are a friendly bunch. I can't help but chuckle at the thought of that. Look, they should have been nice in the first place. If they were nice, they wouldn't face the repercussions of their actions. I believe some might just quit that same day if you do that. Besides, if other Faeologists get a hold of your existence, who knows what they'll do to you? I agree. Yes, it's not just me. See, we don't, the world's tough enough already. Who needs to be the bigger person anyway? I'm already a villainess. I'm already evil, right? Let's just go at it. Chances are high those people will try to pin you to a cork board and vivisect you? Ooh, I would never let that happen. I like how he's glowing when they're talking. Anyway, I'ma head to bed. Thanks for dropping by, Snoop Pug. Hope you get some nice rest. Gotta get up in 5 hours. Get out of here right now. Get that sleep right now. Oh my god. I've always appreciated you pursuing Faeology to ensure that. This is the least I could do. We've known each other since I was 7. You've saved me countless times since then. Oh my gosh, having a fairy friend since 7? But mom streaming? Go watch your mom stream then, or go to sleep, or something. I don't know your mom. Well, you could have let me bleed to death when you found me. Wait, what? What's the backstory? I would never. I can hear a delightful melody of chirps laced with a touch of whimsy, which makes me feel just a tad fizzy. Maina, not realizing I met her, shaking my head. I'm too young to be a mother. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just a girl. It seems that even the laugh of a fairy possesses some magical quality. While you're on a break, isn't there something else on your agenda this afternoon? Right, Mr. Henkel's letter. Mr. Henkel, who's that? Thank you for reminding me. I received a letter from a patron. A patron? I'm just a girl flirting with a moth lady? No, that's my moth. That's my fairy friend. We're in a murder or like a mystery romance visual novel with 2 love interests. There's gonna be 2 more released later on. But welcome, chef. How are you? Hope you've been well. I lean back on my chair and read the missive aloud to myself. Dear Maina, how long are you going to keep me in suspense? Suspense? Will you or will you not accompany me to this year's Leo's Gala? A gala? Wait, we have a date? Wait, we have a date? You could do a lot worse than forgetting your boring books for a moment in favor of whiling away an evening with champagne and canapes and invigorating company. And when I say invigorating, I'm not speaking of those old sods with deep pockets ready to be exploited by way of funding grants for your research. Whoever this is, they know us pretty well. I'm speaking, of course, of yours truly. Yours? Who's this? Do write to me sometime before Saturday. Well, it's Friday. Hey there, you. Hi, welcome, Zordo. Hope you've been well. Thanks for dropping by. That's tomorrow's date, isn't it? Wait, the way we're playing this game on a Friday, that's kind of perfect timing. Oh, I know. My delay in responding is entirely by design, I assure you. I hate to be getting looks from Crow like I'm a wet blanket. Faeology isn't worth my dough, they'd say. Oz's replying chirp is decidedly indignant. I nod to Odd in agreement before returning to Mr. Henkel's letter. In other news, I heard that little Ruthie Blythe caused a minor ruckus in the city's hottest speakeasy. If your old friend, Detective Krause, hadn't been in the area at the same time as well, who knows what could have happened? I find myself rather perturbed at this revelation. I would have telephoned Ruthie and asked what the story was, like when we were children. However, for better or for worse, we aren't on friendly terms anymore. Aww! Wait, that's kind of sad. You know, your friendship's kind of taken away. I resume reading my patron's letter. Speaking of the detective, have the two of you been keeping in contact? He gave me the cold shoulder when I crossed paths with him at last week's benefit. Maybe you did something. I couldn't help assuming that his persistently frosty treatment of me might have had something to do with you. It's unfortunate that the extensive bonds you have with him should end in a rather bitter taste. Wait, what happened? As you have told me more than once, when it was good, there was nothing else quite... Are they an ex? Yet you speak very little of him now, and I find myself wondering if he still holds a place in that guarded-hearted... What am I learning right now? The letter is signed, Yours Everlasting, Oscar Henkel. I think he's one of the love interests. Oscar Henkel. Well, I've kept Mr. Henkel waiting long enough. I press a pen to a fresh sheet of paper to commence writing a response. Just then, a familiar rhythmic rapping pierces the silence. I glance in the direction of Oz, but they're nowhere to be seen. Who's knocking? Oz must have camouflaged himself in a heartbeat. I want that kind of power. I want to be a fairy now. I put Mr. Henkel's letter in the drawer before calling out, Come in, Minnie. My assistant enters. Wait, our assistant is so pretty. I don't think I could rock a bob like them, but I love the art style, especially the eyes. She's careful to snap the door shut behind her. Professor? Yes, Minnie? Oh, we're a professor! We're an expert in fairies. We're not the student, we're the professor. Were you talking to yourself again? That's right, you know me. I see. Sometimes I wonder what she must have thought about hearing the mumbling sounds of me speaking with Oz. People can't breathe without you oogling them, can they? Look, it's a romance game, okay? Spare my eyes. I'm just admiring them. You know, I'm appreciating the good art in the game. I don't know what you're talking about. But she knows when not to poke her nose into things. One of the things I like about her, and also what makes her the bee's knees when it comes to being an assistant, I'd hate to be the bearer of bad news, but he's here. Who? That police detective from the newspapers. Police detective? Even as I echo those two words, there's a sinking feeling in my stomach. You know, the man who made you crumple the papers and toss them in the trash can. In the end, we had to stop our subscription for the dailies. Dailies? Does someone say dailies? my gotcha brain rot brain is thinking right now. Detective Theodore Krause. Wait, weren't we just reading about him? Yes, that's the one. Knowing Theo is here makes my world go momentarily off kilt. It's as if the magic of the fairies I malign, the ink in my patron's letter has manifested him into the reception area. Can't you tell him I'm out delivering a lecture on the far side of campus or something? That depends. Is a lie like that going to deter this man? Wait, what's he like? I glanced at his image once, but I kind of forgot what he looked like. Is he really, assertive? An astute question. She is truly wise beyond her years. Probably not. He'd happily traverse the entire campus just to torment me, I'm guessing. Alright, let him in. Come on! Please be cute, please be cute. With a brisk nod, Minnie returns to the reception area. I barely have time for a steadying breath before Theo barges in. Okay, guys. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Ugh. He drops a box on my desk right off the bat. Wait. Where's the hello? The hi there. How's your afternoon? The weather is nice out. Any of those conversation starters? No. Okay. Even though you look good, I can't see past that, okay? I have to see past that. What is this? Why is he in my office? Well, look who the cat dragged in. Not even a howdy. Wait! I said the exact same thing! Not even a howdy. Wait. This protagonist, she's literally me. What? Do niceties suddenly mean something to you? I seem to recall you packing your bags and moving out without so much as a goodbye. Wait, what kind of history do we have? I know based off the letters we were like exes or something. But what? Okay. There was no one to say goodbye to. Didn't you find out I left only a few days later? Oh? At least it made it easier for you to leave, didn't I? There's a tinge of hurt in his voice that I'm only able to pick up because we lived together for several months. As my mouth struggles to catch the words hanging in the air, I feel the piercing, icy silence creeping in. Wait, how bad is our relationship? I ought to break the silence before I freeze. What's in the box? He lets out a deep sigh that rather sounds like relief. Your things that somehow you didn't take with you when you left. Even that oddly crafted handkerchief you love so much. Wait, is he bringing our stuff back to us? Maybe he is nice. That handkerchief was a gift for you. Wait. Okay. Are we... I see the corner of his mouth twitch. He's lying. What should I do with this information? Wait, can I save here? Can I save here? How do I save? Save. It's that one. Save data. Return. Okay. Return. Let's reach out for the box to check. I quickly stretch out my hand to the box, yet he is just as fast in catching my wrist before I can open it. I withdraw my hand from his grip, swiftly, like a startled bird soaring into the sky. That truly caught me off guard. I'd forgotten what his hand feels like. Ooh. I was only kidding, although you haven't really changed much, have you? You just went straight for it. He sounds amused and slightly pleased, as if he just confirmed the accuracy of one of his deductions. Man, he is playing with us, I feel like. Right? Neither have you. I threw all of it away right after you vanished. He says with a subtle squint in his left eye, another lying tell of his. I couldn't help but sigh at his antics. Of course you did. So what's really in the box? Wait, all of a sudden he hasn't told us anything. Want to take a guess? So he was lying to us. I do have an idea. Knowing him, he'd sooner face the whole Al Capone gang by himself and take their bullets before coming to visit me. Does he hate me that much? Or does he dread seeing me? But then earlier we said that he would love to torment us. This must be way more important than our poignant history. case evidence? I've seen boxes like this one before, but never one quite so large. It's a really big case, isn't it? He nods. The biggest of my career. Is this a case about fairies? And to come to me of all people, you must be at your wits' end about this. Oh, we should be professional then. Okay, a professional face on. He looks away as if trying to hide how galling the circumstances at hand are. Truth be told, I'd rather face the whole... Isn't that what we just said? Can we see the... Anyone can see the log? I guess not. Truth be told, I'd rather face the whole Al Capone gang and take their bullets than have to see you again. Gee, that stings a little. Wouldn't you say the same about him, though? So why would you... Hold on a minute. You think this has some sort of connection to fairies? He clicks his tongue in exact... He looks really good. Guys, I can't even lie. Why does he look good when he's tired? Like, I know you hate me, but... Oh my, it seems I hit the bullseye. We stopped talking about theories at some point when we were still together. Those talks always led to a heated discussion and then to arguments because nothing I could say could change his skepticism toward mystical beings. What about Oz? This is certainly the chance to tease him about it, though it might be unwise considering the emotional peril he must have gone through to get here. What should I do next? Okay, we'll be nice. Let's be professional. I know this must be hard for you, but I can't help if you don't say anything. He sighs. You're right. As difficult as it is to admit, the things you told me before about fairies and whatnot might have helped to make sense of this case. But I have to say, for the sake of my sanity, I still don't believe they exist. Fair enough. He appears pleasantly surprised by my answer, as though he was expecting a quarrel right around the corner. Little did he know, I've learned that it's moot to try to explain the otherworldly beings to him. So, what makes this case so significant? Why do you think it relates to fairies? Are you even allowed to tell me? I hear the sound of a chuckle under the breath like a bull from the blue. I like his expression. What can I say? For a brief moment, his gaze on mine seems to revert to how it used to be, until the seriousness returns to his face. First things first, since I'm leading the investigation, I do have some discretion on what details to divulge and to whom. That is, if the confidant can bring value to the investigation. We're valuable. I like to think so. And I've known you for a fact that you can be discreet. Still, I must ask that you swore secrecy on this matter. Okay. Things are getting pretty deep right now. You got it. So, tell me about this case. Why does it seem to be of paramount importance? It's a multiple murder case, potentially perpetrated by a single culprit. The victims are chiefly middle-aged women residing north of the city. They're from old money families, the types that can make regular appearances at high society events. Oh my god! Wait, that got really deep really fast. I see. No matter you're all tensed up. You're telling me. Chief took me off every other case and insisted I put all my time and effort into this. It's only a matter of time until the press catches wind and makes a circus of everything. And with some of the victims' peculiar manners of death. Peculiar? How peculiar are we talking here? He pauses. This is where the fairies came in? He silently stares and then sighs. I swear I must be losing my mind. You've got this. Now he draws in a long, deep breath. 3 of the victims had a manner of death that the unit has never seen or heard before. Wait, how bad could it be? The strangest one is the case of where the body seemingly hardened to bony tissue over, like the image? Oh my god, they look like they're in agony. Thank you so much, Good Games, for the follow. Wait, you guys are part of the festival too, I believe. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you for dropping by. Her corpse almost looked like a carved wooden statue. Oh my god, yeah. In the pose, she was really suffering. Oh, I've heard of something like that before. Of course you have. I frown at him. Don't start now. He clears his throat abashedly. Without finding out what caused these deaths, and more importantly, who did this, the press could spin the stories out of control. I don't want to imagine the look on the victims' families' faces if and when the paper's making a razz of these poor women's deaths. Besides, what kind of depraved, sick bastard goes around murdering a woman in such a way? Yeah! And they're sure it's all the same person. The city's already running on fumes. Crime's becoming more rampant day by day. People shouldn't have to look over their shoulder every night. It's no way to live. Even as he relapses into silence, I say nothing. It's not just a city. The rise in crime is bleeding him dry too. Yet I am unsure of what words could soothe those who are fighting on the front line. I've never been where they are. The frown lines between his eyebrows grow deeper. You know, considering the victims' backgrounds, having these murders being exaggerated in papers would pressure the families to insist on closing the case as soon as possible. Oh yeah! With like rich people, if things happen to them, they would probably put more pressure because, like they have the money. They could have got like bodyguards or something, but it still wasn't enough. No matter the cost. No matter who's to blame. You're right, innocent people are going to bear the brunt up for this. This is a terrible situation. I feel my stomach churning. My arms cross in instinct, trying to hold my own disquietude in place. Is there anything you can do? I'm just one man. Try as I might, I can't keep those rotten police brass from lining their pockets. Nothing but a pack of lowlives in high places. He exhaled sharply, his voice laced with contempt. Then he fell into silence yet again. Similarly, words seem to have abandoned me, as I can't shake this feeling of helplessness crawling under my skin. After a minute, he meets my eyes once more. Well, you're a good listener. Better than most. Okay, so is there a chance for us, after this case, to, maybe be friendly again? He curls his lips into almost a smile. Wait, if you zoom in to his lips, you can see the ends of his mouth curl up very so slightly. I think that's a good sign. It's like you can barely tell, but the smile is there. Instead of like a 180-degree line, it's like 179. I don't mind it at all. Thanks. He clears his throat once more. Alright, let's get down to brass tacks. This box includes case files, crime scene photos, a couple of blood samples which I was able to request to bring to you, and several other pieces of evidence. Other than the strange manners of death I've said, forensics was puzzled too by the blood samples. How so? One of them doesn't contain iron. Wait! Is it? Wait, iron's supposed to be in blood. When you accidentally, bleed your mouth and you taste it tastes like metal or iron. Wait, that's kind of very weird. That's interesting. Nothing surprises you, does it? Well, about this peculiarity, I bring up something from my fairy books, but you'd always find a way to deny it. Oh yeah, I feel like we're acting like we've seen all this before because, we have, but if we said something or made a remark about it, he's very skeptical of the whole situation, right? You're right about that. I'm still investigating the possibility of unknown drugs or poison that somehow caused these oddities. But I'd be a fool to not go after my lunches and look into all possibilities. What about robbery? It's ruled out. No fingerprints, no evidence of breaking in, nothing had been stolen. Thank you for the high J redeem, whales. And motives? Revenge? We're still interviewing the city elites looking for the possible motives, but it takes time. You know how it is. Yes, of course, they're very busy. Wait, why the bold text on busy? Is it, sarcasm? Speaking of city elites, I know people who can be very helpful in getting some inside information. His expression turned sour at full tilt. Who? That man? I said people, but yes, that man would be particularly helpful in this matter. Wait, the other man, the guy who wrote the letter, right? Do those two not like each other? He scoffs brazenly and doesn't even try to hide. Wait, what's their beef? I'm curious. Even at the first meeting with Mr. Henkel, there was some inexplicable tension between the two. Wait, why? Henkel, Theo said something about Mr. Henkel feeling off and always hated it whenever it has something to do with him. Though it might just be jealousy in disguise. Wait, I'm curious. I'm curious. Jealous? You know I'm right. Even if he's barely in the newspapers, he's most likely at the pinnacle of high society. And I don't think he'll mind if I ask him a few things about this. Why, of course. He's always got a soft spot for you. Hell, he's probably carrying a torch for you for a long time, judging by the way he follows you over there. Wait, is he jealous of how close we are? Well, he happened to be interested in Faeology and has a lot of money to allow its development. Look at you, all ready to defend him. What, are you two an item now? I might have steered this reunion right back to where we were months ago by bringing up Mr. Henkel. Wait, someone in this game, when did you fill me in? But it was necessary to mention him. I don't know anybody else who would have that much information about high society. Besides, there's never been really anything. Even if we did go to fundraising events together from time to time. It was strictly business. Yet again, Theo seems to lose his reason whenever we talk about Mr. Henkel. I don't have the time or the energy to argue with him. What should I do? Does it matter? Explain the truth. We're not anything. We go to fundraising events from time to time, but these are work. I've got to get money for my research from somewhere. Our relationship is strictly business. He gives me a dirty look. Well, shit, that didn't work. Sure, I believe you. No, he doesn't. Well, what was I supposed to do? The other option, or? Besides, what I do with him is none of your beeswax. Yeah, we're not even going out anymore. Why do I even have to explain myself to you? His voice becomes even more irritated. That's right. It's not my concern. Do whatever you want with him. I don't care. I didn't need you anyway. He has that kind of attitude. Just make sure he can keep his mouth shut about the case. I can't help but groan at this turn of events. I will. While we're on the subject of useful allies, you mentioned before about blood that doesn't contain iron. I can take the blood samples to the university's chemist. She's good at what she does. And she's from a rich family. She might know some of the victims or the families at least. I love how that we're kind of keeping track of the people around us who are rich. Like, hey, best friend that's rich, let's go on the trip together. But I'll cover what I can, but Nudge, nudge. I take it this is you agreeing to help with the case? That's right. There are lives at stake. He let out a soft smile as though in quiet agreement with what I said. There's just something about seeing a character that looks, grumpy and angry 99% of the time, but the 1%, they have an expression that's vaguely close to smiling. It like lights up the day, And that's him right now. Thank you. Well, if you think it'll be helpful, you can even ask the people you mention what they know using the evidence items. But the case files are for your eyes only. Understood? He has fallen silent somehow, leaving an uncomfortable hush in the air once more. Suddenly, a realization comes to mind. Does this mean, you'd be willing to hear about fairies? About theology? That depends. If this was indeed fairy doings, and if through your investigations you can provide solid theories on 3 things: the culprit, their methods of murder, and their motives, supported by evidence, of course. I'm sticking with the idea that there is a logical explanation, an earthly one for now. Fair enough. I'd wager that you know. We have approximately 24 hours to get some sort. 24 hours? You expect me to solve a case in 24 hours? I can feel the papers are close to getting the story. Wait, you waited all this time, or 24 hours? While you're investigating this lead, I'll look further into unusual drugs and poisons. How about it, Phaeologist? Do you dare take on this challenge? Do I? Of course. I'll help even without being challenged. Even without being challenged, I'll still help you, He stares at me impassively. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what I did, but I'm sorry now. Of course I know. Well, if you need anything from me, you can just ring me. Very well. Do it. Hell yeah, I'm doing it. I got you guys. I'm gonna accept the challenge, and I'm gonna be the damn best theology investigator around, okay? I'm gonna solve this case. But you need to promise me that you'll not just hear me out, but also keep an open mind on fairy topics if I succeed in what you asked. I promise. But I can't promise not to scoff from time to time. You're lucky that's part of your charm. That's good enough. I have to get going. Maybe this will be an opportunity for you to increase Phaeology's credibility in the eyes of the academics. Maybe. Seems like some detective has been following the tiny part of Phaeology in the newspaper. Oh my gosh! When he pretends to not care, but secretly, reads up on the topics you like. Wait, okay, I'm kind of liking him now. Says you stop! Says you. Okay, I'm liking this banter. The one who had to stop the daily newspaper subscription just because some detective kept getting in the headlines. I don't know if I'm late to the party about why this guy's so hot. You are not late at all. We are still in the first conversation. So, welcome, Google Games. I know he's hot. And there's another love interest. So, I'm very nervous. Whoever the next guy is, they have some tough competition. He's very serious looking most of the time. But his, smirk and a slight smile, it's working on me, unfortunately. How do you... Before I could finish, she had walked towards the door and opened it. See you tomorrow around the same... See you tomorrow! Okay. Oh, wait. That's because we only have 24 hours to investigate. Oh, shoot. Never mind. Maybe I don't want to see him tomorrow. I hear the door closed. Hey! I exclaimed with a hint of frustration. After some thought, I realized that he must have noticed the missing newspaper on my desk and my assistance. Reading newspapers was part of my daily routine when we were together. So we did date. How did you guys end up together when he didn't believe in fairies the whole time? I'm pretty sure that's part of probably like why you guys broke up, but how do you guys get together in the first place? I can only shake my head in disbelief. He hasn't changed much either. As I'm reminiscing about a few moments of our past relationship, Oz reveals himself again, now that we're all alone. That was quite the reunion. It was quite the reunion indeed. He hasn't changed at all, has he? I suppose. Although you don't have an obligation to help them, but like, I would feel bad for the victims. I know, but I've already agreed. Very well, just don't overwork yourself. We kind of have to. We only got 24 hours. Yeah, thanks, Oz. I find myself slowly drifting into thoughts. A victim's manner of death, hardening into bony tissue, could be one of the fairy curses. Ossification. If only I could ask Oz whether a fairy was behind this, and which one, but it is not that simple. Even if they are my longtime companion, fairies have their own rules about exchanging favors, and they are secretive about their land too. Yeah, I'm sure they wouldn't want to snitch on another fairy, because if another fairy was involved, then and they got like arrested or taken away, they might take away all the fairies, you know? A favor like that doesn't come cheap. At least I'm stocked up on milk and honey for small requests. Speaking of requests, I should get started on a reply to my patron's letter. For some reason, he seems to be more insistent this time that I come with him to the gala. I retrieve a paper and pen and I mumble to myself as I write. Dear Mr. Hankel, I hope your recent forays into high society have proven more fruitful than they have in... Should it be hyperbolic? Should I? Why not? Why not? More fruitful than they have been in the centuries you've been roaming amongst their lavish ranks. Believe it or not, I have been considering whether the merits of trying to impress the wealthiest folk in the city outweigh the obvious indignities. You first brought up the possibility of my accompanying you to the annual Leo's Gala a couple of months ago, and I'm still weighing my options. Wait, it's tomorrow though! How do I want to play this? I feel like the letter we have gives off the vibe we can banter back. I'm gonna be coy. You shall know my answer definitively if you find me on your arm on the evening of the... Oh, that is so flirty! About Ruthie, I can't say I'm surprised to hear about her latest flirtations with disaster. Since we were both toddlers, she's frequently found herself in trouble. Her fiery personality certainly doesn't help her get out of quarrels. I would love to telephone her and ask how she's doing, but we drifted apart a long time ago. Oh yeah, the setting of this game is a long time ago. Nevertheless, I'm glad to hear that Theo was there to smooth things over for her. I've now arrived at the topic of Theo, or Detective Krause, as my patron refers. I suppose this query was meant to uncover whether I still care for Theo. How should I answer? Should it be... We're old news, right? Because we broke up. As for Theo, I've long since stopped dwelling on him. I thought of him and I as a relic of the past, and I feel no regret in having ended it when it did. Upon signing off, I seal the letter with wax. I then turn toward my trusted fae. Can I please trouble you with something? You want me to deliver this letter to your patron, don't you? Wait, how's Oz gonna deliver it? Are they gonna get a camouflage and make it look like a floating envelope to deliver it? Indeed, time is of the essence here. As always, please take care not to catch anybody's attention. He'll see you by tomorrow morning, I'm sure. It will be my pleasure. Thank you, Oz. Wait, I want one of those, maybe not a fairy, one of those carrier pigeons. Back in the day, you know, before UPS was a thing. get a note, curl it up, tie it to like a leg and like command them to fly to someone deliver it. That sounds so fun. I'm off. I'll see you later today. I watch as Oz flits out of my office window and vanishes. Once the Fae is gone, I call my assistant to my office. Yes, Professor? Hold on for 1 second. Okay. I rifle through the contents of the box. Carefully, I extract the blood samples that Theo mentioned. They appear to be stored in test tubes. Would you mind asking Dr. Rayford to analyze these blood samples? I'll do that, sure. Oh, thank you. As I hand the blood samples to her, I notice that she looks like she wants to say something. Wait, what? Did she overhear anything, or? Over the 2 years we have been working together, I've picked up on a few of her tells. What is it, Minnie? How'd it go with the detective? If you don't mind me asking. Oh, she's curious in a relationship. That's what it is. Oh, no, not at all. He's the same as always. There's a lingering beef, of course, but we've sort of managed to put it aside for something more important. What? Oh no, she's hot too. I know. I think it's especially her eyes and like her facial like features. She's beautiful. I also the fact that I cannot pull off a bob like how she does. He has brought me a rather significant case that he suspects might have some supernatural elements, as hard as it was for him to admit it. Oh, good for him. I love her style too. Very professional looking. For the coat too. I can't help but grin at her remark. I'm glad it didn't end in a shouting match at least. Oh wait, have we yelled at each other like that before? Yes, me too. I'll deliver the blood samples now, Professor. Thank you, Minnie. Minnie hurries out. I'm in my office again. Remembering the conversation about the case, I'm suddenly engulfed by unexplainable, eerie feelings. I should start the investigation right away. Okay, we are investigating. Drag and drop from item from the inventory to the desk. Select an item in the records, then press the icon. Press time to open the inspector and read insights you've gathered. Hover the magnifying glass above an evidence to access the information and see the details in it. Use the black light to see invisible things. Read the encyclopedia to gain additional information. Press the button to end the investigation. Okay, this is getting serious. Okay, let's try opening this. No information on that yet. Oh, we drag it. Okay. Let's... How do we open it? Help. Okay, maybe this... Okay, that's what I did. Select an item in the records. Then press the icon to open the inspector. Okay. I guess they're not letting me open this. Let's try an image. And tool. Oh! The first victim's... Okay, I'm getting the hang of this. The first victim's crime scene. This is the first time I remember I encounter something that could be ossification. I feel sick to my stomach. No one deserves to die like this. Something's odd with her fingers. Wait. they look kind of messed up. Which case was this? Not labeled? Okay, let's put this back. The second victim, her complexion is not quite the pale hue of death. Far paler than should be possible, almost drained of color. Heads up, there's gonna be an ad in about 10 seconds for 3 minutes. Something's odd with her fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does she have an extra finger? Wait. I can't tell. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like it is. It's the third victim's. Her fingers, I've seen corpses before, but never like this. There's a strange thing with her fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that's an extra finger, right? Poor girls. Cruel thing to see youth being stolen so abruptly. And that's her with... That looks like a normal number of fingers, okay. Okay, I'll be back in 3 minutes, okay? Okay guys, I'm back. Time to get back to investigating. So this looks like the wedding picture. So the middle-aged woman in the colored blouse is the victim, and the elderly man in the suit is her father. This elderly woman wearing the cardigan is the mother, and the glasses guy is the brother. So mother, brother, her, and then the father. And this looks like another photo. So the woman with the pearls is the victim. Elderly man with facial hair is father. Elderly woman with the fur collars, the mother. This other man, the darker suits, brother. So pearls is the victim, I think. Huh. Oh, it's a coin. What's happening? Wait. We see some. I don't. Oh my god! I've seen this before. This is a parasitic fae. A failed transformation match. Oh, I hate bugs. Maina, look to your left. Why? No reason. Damn you. Thanks. Wait. I'm nervous now. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, we can pick it up. I'm not good with bugs. Let's see if I can. Guess that's not it. It's makeup powder, nectar bell. Oh, perhaps the chemist had some interesting insight since her family owns the brand. Oh, that freaking fairy thing scares me. Oh, the gala invite. My patron invited me to this event. I'm still uncertain if I want to attend. It's fine. If you don't want to go, you don't need to go. Looks like nothing. A ring? Someone getting married? A wedding ring! Seems to be made out of gold. Congratulations! Oh. Oh no. It's glowing. Please don't tell me it's another one of those. Please don't tell me it's another one of those bugs. They're both glowing. They're both glowing. That's not a good sign. Can I just put this back with the other proof? There you go. So nothing's gonna happen? Okay. Just wanted to make sure before I put it back. I guess not. Here's the case file 1. Does this do anything? Can I don't know why I have this but I can't open it. Yeah, so there's magic on here. Invitation. Tools maybe? Oh, there he is. Okay, that's why you have to cover it up with. So about victim information. An affluent middle-aged woman in the city. The victim reported hearing strange noises and seeing strange phenomena in the day immediately preceding her death. The interviewing officer was suspected due to the victim's strange behavior, involvement in occult matters. No traces of drugs or poisons from what could be extracted from the body. Further autopsy is still in progress due to the manner of death. Wooldridge. Okay. So I do this for all the other Susan Moore. Age 40 years old. Refusing to drink anything but her own blood? Time of death 11 a.m. An affluent middle-aged woman. A victim's mother reported that the victim was suffering from a prolonged paranoid episode in the days leading to her death. Specifically, the victim was acting erratically and saying strange things. Forensic report, despite the manner of death, there are no signs of dehydration or hemochromatosis. No traces of drugs or poisons. Blood type unknown. Other blood-related investigations are underway. Blood does not contain... Oh, this is the one! Case number 2. This one, Susan Moore. So this one is where the blood has no iron. Okay. Number 3. Edna Niblate, age 64. Gnawing her own fingers down to the bone. Wait, she was still alive up to the bone? Time of death around 10 a.m. An affluent middle-aged woman. A friend of the victim reported that she visited the victim's residence to drop off an invitation shortly prior to the victim's death. Oh, the victim to the gala. The friend also wanted to check on the victim's well-being, as she had allegedly been acting strangely at a party the night before. According to the friend, she witnessed an emotionally charged conversation between the victim and a young factory girl. However, the friend didn't think much of the interaction at the time. At the crime scene, the invitation card dropped off by the friend was seen close to the victim's corpse and was taken in as evidence. No traces of drugs or poisons, blood type unknown. Other blood-related investigations are underway. At least this one has iron. I would hope so. Oh shit, there's no iron. Oh, never mind. Never mind. So multiple of them have no iron in the blood. Okay. Victim name Mary Hatcher, age 19. Oh my gosh, she's young. Death from shock due to arsenic poisoning. So this one's different from the other ones, I think. Time of death around 6 p.m. Young factory girl, despite not fitting the trend of the previous victim profiles. Oh, that's what I just said. She has been preliminarily included in this case because she was seen having a heated conversation with a third victim shortly before the victim's death. The victim's father described her as not acting like herself in the days before she passed. Shortly before her death, the victim visited the police station. According to the interviewing officer, she seemed to be on the brink of confessing something when a look of terror suddenly crossed her face. She then appeared to... What? Wait, what? She hurriedly left the station without saying anything further to the interviewing officer. Prior to the death, the victim suffered from violent abdominal cramping, followed by diarrhea and vomiting, consistent with the effects of arsenic poisoning. Traces of subpoisoning can be found in blood type A. Oh, she's a blood type A, okay. And the glass she was drinking from near the time of death. Blood contains iron and other elements commonly found in... I love... And I don't love... It's something to notice how they actually included the fact that she has iron in her blood. Right here. Okay. So we investigated everything pretty much. Let's just end it. Sure, let's end it. Sure, let's end it. Okay. A knock on the door makes me glance up from my desk. I realize the sun has set while I've been absorbed in the investigation. Come in. My beautiful assistant, enters the office. Dr. Rayford has arrived to drop off the blood samples and she wants to talk to you. Already? Yeah, she's just out the door. I must say I'm pleasantly surprised at her work speed. Alright, send her in. Minnie nods. She returns to the reception area. Oh, who's this? Oh, the professor. Good evening, Professor. Good evening, Doctor. Dr. Rayford hands over the blood samples. She also gives me her lab report. Here you go. Thank you. So, what have you found? The most peculiar thing is that there is no iron in one of the blood samples. That was what was seen before. Say, is this very related? Her question prompts me to ask myself, to what extent of the case can I divulge to her? Theo did say that I may ask the patron or her for information using some of the evidence. Although she has knowledge of fairies and their curses, can she handle seeing crime scene photographs? As I returned from my thoughts, I noticed her voice has taken on a higher pitch. Higher pitch? Is she nervous? This is so exciting. Oh, she is not nervous. She is not nervous. She wants in. Are you working with the police? Does this mean that we'll get better credibility in the eyes of the public? Oh my, we're going to be in newspapers, aren't we? And not on the usual corner spots, too. Oh, I can hardly contain myself. It appears she took my silence as a yes. It's good that she's excited about the possibility of advancement for theology, but her cheerful disposition can sometimes be rather overstimulating. That caught me off guard. The knocking caught me off guard. As if on cue, a knock on the door arrived to spare me. This specific sound is familiar. More familiar than when my assistant... So it's not the assistant. Who is it? Guys. Wow. Special delivery indeed. Hello. Guys. I need his route. Wow. Hello. Oscar. Totally not twirling my hair and giggling and kicking my feet and being delusional right now. Good luck with that. I'm taking your luck. I'm taking everything. Wow. He looks like a cool guy. Just saying. Mr. Henkel's hands are empty. That's because he's the gift. He's the gift that keeps giving his presents. And what, pray, might you be bringing for me? Is it you? Are you the special delivery, Mr. Henkel? Stop! I was joking. And we actually said that. Oh my god. How am I supposed to be normal when my character is saying stuff like this too? She's just like me. If you wish to call me special, then I certainly won't stop you. But I did bring a box of huckleberry muffins to your office. Oh shit. I spoke too soon. I assumed too soon. Oops. But hey, he said if he wants us to call it special, he's down for that. Looks like soon you'll give him the gift of a box. Well, we'll see what goes on in the future. Minerva was instantly enamored by their buttery scent. She's currently feasting on them. We can only hope she'll leave a muffin piece for the rest of us. Oh, hello there, Florence. I didn't expect to see you in this office. Hello, Mr. Henkel. Fancy seeing you here. Although you do have a habit of making this office your sole stop on campus. I don't need magic to see his close future. Yeah, because his future is with me, right? Oh, checking out Death and Fate? Yes, I am. Welcome, Quality Mistakes. Did you play this one? I I like this one quite a bit. Nice. Okay, I'm very excited to continue this one. I am leaning very much towards Oscar right now, but I do also like the investigative portion so far. She chuckles. That's just because this is where all my money went. He's saying that like he's our glucose guardian or something. Is this a full release or just a demo? It's just a demo so far. A well spent investment nonetheless. He makes a retort at Dr. Rayford, but throws a subtle smile in my direction. How cheeky! I don't mind. So, Florence, what's been occupying your time as of late? She looks at me briefly, possibly wondering whether she should tell him about what he did for me. The usual matters, I suppose. I tried asking your father about you at the last soiree. However, he confessed he didn't have the faintest idea. You must tell me more about your chemical research one of these days. The colorful pursuits of you young academics throw me to no end. He called me young. Okay. You know I can't share all that much, Mr. Henkel. Unless, of course, you find yourself in the position to become the chemistry department's benefactor, then all their secrets are yours. A more playful giggle escapes her lips this time. I'm afraid I'm all tapped out, financially speaking. What? Oh, I'm not buying that one. Not for a second. Me too. He's telling fibs, isn't he, Professor? Well, now, I certainly don't want to get in the middle of the money talk with the rich. I wish I had that information, Doctor. It would make proposing for research much easier. With a bit of delicate leverage, naturally. Yeah, he's on our side, isn't he? Mr. Henkel laughs in amusement. I feel I should ask the reason he's here before this conversation takes an odd turn. On another note, Mr. Henkel, did you get my letter? Is that the real reason you dropped by? Oh yeah, we were supposed to go with the gala with him tomorrow. Upon recalling that he asked Oz to insert the letter into his mailbox only this afternoon, I'm about to retract these questions. Wait, if he actually did show up right after seeing the letter, he's down bad. Unexpectedly, though, he bows his head in assent. Your words have always had this immersive impact on me. Perhaps that is why you are such an effective educator. Whenever I encounter your written language, I long to hear it spoken post haste. Wait, is he flirting? Are you putting a spell on your letters by any chance? What? Stop it. He's being too nice. I think you're the one with all the spells, Mr. Henkel. Your muffins, for one, have always been successful in getting Minnie's guards down. Oh dear, you two are making me blush. Wait, I'm the one blushing too. Wait. I suppose I take my leave and let you both be. I'm due somewhere shortly anyhow. Oh, she feels like she's third wheeling. Oh, that might not be necessary. I can't stay long either. Mr. Henkel lapses into silence as he continues, staring into my eyes. Premarital eye contact? It's difficult to maintain eye contact with him, but even harder to look away. Is it because he has blue eyes? When people joke about people with blue eyes, staring into your soul, that's what I'm thinking about right now. I wonder what I should do. I ought to discuss the case, but both of them seem to be in a hurry. Can't be pre-something if that something is never gonna Hey, Eduardo, you never know. This is a romance game, okay? Let's have hope. Maybe soon. Maybe in a few minutes we'll see him make progress. I'm just saying. Should I tell Mr. Henkel to return another day, since I need to have an important conversation with Dr. Rayford right away? Or should I dismiss the chemist and meet with my patron now? There are benefits to either choice. Soliciting Dr. Rayford's opinion on the case may be a good idea. She could share more insight on the chemistry side of the case. Her parents own a successful company that produces the powder makeup in evidence. She would also know the social happenings among the wealthy elites. On the other hand, Mr. Henkel is also a viable candidate for an interview. His connections with high society know no bounds. Everybody seems to know him one way or another. He might know things Dr. Rayford doesn't. Ooh. Since he has been funding my research for a long time, he's also more familiar with fairy topics. Oh, he's been funding our research. Okay. Whom should I interview? Let me see if I can save here. Yeah, I'll save here and return. You know what? Let's go with Mr. Henkel. Mr. Henkel, would you mind staying for a while? I'd like to discuss something. Not at all. I'd be delighted. I turn back toward the chemist. Dr. Rayford, thanks again for analyzing these samples. Your assistance has been invaluable. Please don't let me keep you any longer today. Mr. Kankles? No! His name is Oscar. He's a nice guy. Okay? Thank you for the help, Suzume. You're quite welcome. I'm always happy to help. After bidding Mr. Henkel a swift farewell, Dr. Rayford is out of the door in no time. What do you want to talk about, my dear He called me his dear Phaeologist. But the word dear. I gesture toward the large box on my desk. It's a box of evidence for a multiple murder case. Is it from Detective Krause? It is indeed. He brought it to me this morning. You haven't seen a detective in months, have you? How'd that visit go? It's nothing special. That's a fun way of calling you too young? Wait, no. This is a romance game for a reason. I need to give myself a chance. I'm just saying. There wasn't anything worth mentioning, except, of course, about the top priority case I'm tasked with. I don't know why, but I have an inkling that he's pleased. Was that why Dr. Rayford was here earlier? She had analyzed some biological samples? Yes, that's right. Alright, tell me about this case. How can I help? After binding my patron to secrecy, I rattle off the basic facts of the homicide. I believe I might have heard a bit about this case. Not the gory details, mind you. Just little whispers here and there. Yes, I was hoping you'd be familiar with some of the parties involved. I wanted to show you something. Please share any knowledge you might have about the evidence. Sure, I can do that. What am I supposed to do? Wait, oh shit! I handed him the ring, and he's interpreting it as a proposal. Wait, I meant using that as evidence because I don't know. My, this is very bold of you. It's a romance game, so go with it? Okay, I'm going with it. Are you sure you want to be bound to me forever? Yes. Says you, asking that question knowing full well this ring isn't mine. Well, shit. He laughs wholeheartedly. So, whose is it? Mrs. Moore. All I can tell you is that she and her husband were always attached to the hip. 2 peas in a pod. Wait, can I just show all of the evidence? How terrible. I knew Madame Wooldridge. As you undoubtedly know, her family hosts the city's largest charity event every year. They tell me the fundraiser will be moving along forward despite the tragedy in the family. According to my sources, she loved that event dearly and definitely would have wanted it to proceed. The Did you ever know her to dabble in occult matters? Knowing this woman as I did, I doubt it. If it would help, however, I've heard several elites are members of a clandestine occult group. I only heard of the name the Golden Dawn. Hardly anyone knows about its existence. Do you have your way of knowing, don't you? I say teasingly, and he responds with a sly smirk. I do indeed. What have I asked her? So, let's just show everything. Oh, how awful. I was familiar with Madame Moore. Through the grapevine, I heard the devastating news of her death. I often interacted with this exceptional woman and her sprightly sprouse at high society events. Oh my god, talking to a rich person. They are both gracious individuals. Okay. Did you know this woman? I did. She was a fine, upstanding lady. She certainly did deserve such a gruesome ending. She was known among her peers for her rare coin collection. From what I've heard, you can see her collection displayed in every inch of her house. A coin collection? You know what? Valid. I like to collect merch too. Are you familiar with this girl? No, I've never seen her before. Whoever this girl is, I express my sincerest condolences. Oh, he's so sweet. This is the first time Mr. Henkel and I are talking about something this gruesome, even though I've known him a long time. Yet, as he spoke his condolences while seeing the corpse's photographs, his face remained blank, as if the words never reached his expression. Wait, so he's just like saying it to say it, or his eyes didn't even flinch? Maybe he's just old and he's seen shit before. I don't know. How odd. Oh. I wonder if this lack of empathy is just a trait of being in the upper class. You know what? I would get it. This next one. This is a photograph of Mrs. Woolridge's family. All the faces here are familiar to me. I must express my deepest sympathies when I see them at the Leo's Gala. Can you tell me more about the people in this picture? The Woolridges are perhaps one of the most prominent and powerful families in the city. The victim's father was in the running to be the richest in the world until he decided to devote much of his wealth to lavish, charitable endeavors. The elderly woman is the victim's stepmother, a beautiful socialite for whom the victim's father divorced her biological mother. This younger man is the victim's stepbrother. Okay. Or this last image. Oops. This is a photograph of Mrs. Moore and her family. What can you tell me about the people in this picture? I believe this elderly couple is her adoptive parents. I've never really talked to them, but I hear they're kind, wonderful people. Biologically, Madame Moore was born as a so-called miracle baby to wealthy parents of advanced age. When they passed away, she had no other family members by blood. She was thus adopted by a middle-class couple who were trusted employees of her biological parents, or so I've heard. Upon coming of age, she received her sizable inheritance and wedded a recently rich entrepreneur. I can't pronounce words anymore. Well, she wedded a recently rich businessman of humble origins. This is her widower in the photograph. He's said to be extremely close to his parents. Okay, that's good. I've seen people be close to their in-laws. Were you ever able to pronounce words? No. Honestly, no. I was just struggling to pronounce rural the other day. And don't get me started with anemone. That one I gave up on too. Is this the one from that popular brand? Nectar Bell? That's the one, although that's all I know about it. Okay, so he's not educated in like makeup and stuff, I get it. Why are you showing me this invitation? Is this your way of confirming that you'll be my date? Dude, I'll be your date. I'll do whatever you want me to be. Why is he so hot for an older guy? Should I lock it down? Okay, I'll confirm. I'll do it. Yes, let's do it. Perfect. I'll pick you up here tomorrow. Stop. Okay. Isn't this a parasitic fae? Are they the ones killing the poor ladies? I'm rather surprised that he is able to identify a fae with just one look. I suppose he did read everything from my research reports. Oh my gosh! Get you someone who not only reads your texts and replies back to you, but will also read all of your academic reports and study from them. Oh my god, wait, hold on. He's very nice about that. I'm sure Florence knows more than I do when it comes to analyzing biological samples. See one here? Yeah. Last item. Oh, I see. This is interesting indeed. I can see why the detective came to you with this case. Wait, what is this again? Lab report. Okay. I guess we asked about everything already. Let's end the interview. Yes. I have no further questions. I believe I have enough information for now. Already? Yes, Mr. Henkel. Unless you wanted to spend more time with me. Earlier, you mentioned you had a prior arrangement, so I won't keep you any longer. Thank you for your time. You've been incredibly helpful. I'm delighted I could be of assistance. Reach out to me if you need anything else. I'll see you soon, yes? Yo, welcome, Cal St. Lou. Hope you've been well. We're just playing a visual novel for the Fall in Love Festival. So we are investigating a series of murders. And this gentleman on the screen right here is one of the love interests. Emphasis on the interest, because I am interested, and emphasis on the love. I give him a brief nod. Mr. Henkel then leaves my office. I'm alone again, but not for long. My assistant pops into the office. Professor, I'm heading home soon. Is there anything else I can do to help? No, I'll be perfectly fine. I think I'll stay and work for a bit longer. Okay. See you tomorrow, Professor. Have a safe trip home. Upon wishing me the same, Minnie leaves. I have some time until I have to wrap up my workday and head home from the office. Okay, so what am I... Got some more stuff to identify? No. Anything else? We've already gone through. Oh, wait. Oh, what's new? I've read somewhere that most insects don't have iron in their blood. Okay. This one too? This one's regular blood. Arsenic, huh? Oh, this is the one with the arsenic poisoning. Okay. Oh, I hate bugs. I hate bugs. I hate bugs. I hate bugs. And then there are unconfirmed rumors that some high faes like to capture humans and bring them into the Fairyland for purposes such as forced reproduction, servitude, ritualized combat for their amusement, and so on. The fairies leave changelings behind to mask their absence. A changeling is composed of several fae, typically of the parasitic type, magically transformed to look almost exactly like a adapted human. Due to the complexity of the fae magic required to create a changeling, the enchantment almost goes awry. Anomalies common among changelings include an extra finger or an extra toe. Right here, an extra finger. Nearby, heat conductors such as small metallic objects have also been known to repel or warp magic creating changelings. Parasitic fairies. Fairies with limited magic consistently need to feed off other sources of energy, mostly drained from humans, such as blood, hormones, emotions, and life force. However, the mechanisms and rates at which these drainage processes occur are greatly varied. All fairy kind seems to be weak against iron, although a small amount of iron, such as in meat or blood, does not seem to ward off all fairies. Historically, cold iron was often forged as weapons and used to repel fairy magic. The intricate use of iron, combined with physics and chemistry, is applied by phaeologists to develop a special black light to detect and distinguish the magical essence of the three main types of fae. Okay. Let's put this back. And then you can go back. I think that's everything. Oh, I guess there's something I haven't found yet. Hence why I don't have the option to move on. Mr. Henkel mentioned about Golden Dawn. I should tell Theo about this. Mrs. Moore and her husband seem like delightful individuals. It seems the coin in the evidence is hers. Oh, because she's the one with the coin collection, okay. Mr. Henkel didn't know her at all. So this middle-aged woman in a collared blouse and the older man in the suit are father and daughter, related by blood, and the other two are the stepmother and stepbrother. I'm just making sure I get all the evidence I can get. The man in the darker suit seems to be the husband of the victim, the woman with the pearls. He's supposedly close to his in-laws. This means the other two are the victim's adoptive parents. Mr. Henkel knows that this is a popular brand. Maybe I can... Nothing mysterious, never mind. Okay, you can go back here. I wonder why Mr. Henkel is so insistent on attending this event together. Can it be that his attentions towards me aren't entirely platonic? Ooh, we'll see. We'll see tomorrow. There's no mistaking it. The structure of the thorax, antenna, curvature, and elongated legs, they are exactly the same as a parasitic fae I cataloged several months ago. What happened to you, poor fae? Of course, no response is forthcoming. Ew. I can't even imagine how her husband must feel losing his soulmate this way. Man, soulmate, that'd be something cool to have. Okay, so that I've already gone through the blood. Try lab report. This is Dr. Rayford's lab report on the blood samples. The content is quite similar to the forensic report. While elements similarly found in human blood, such as phosphorus, carbohydrates, and some proteins, are found in the third victim's blood, it doesn't contain iron. Moreover, the amount of phosphorus found is in a higher percentage than in human blood, making it impossible for this to be the blood of a fairy. Wait, so the bodies of the first three victims are likely to be fairies instead of humans. So the human form is probably like out in fairyland doing whatever is here. And then the fairies, because you see the 6 fingers, those are probably like the fairy, the changeling, the parasitic fae. The fourth victim's blood appears to be normal human blood, with iron present. Traces of arsenic are also found. Although there is some new information, I had expected the report to be more detailed. Then again, I did ask her to finish it as soon as possible, and she delivered. And I think we already got the... Okay, let's end here. It's the next afternoon. We were here all night? I should be grading assignments or reviewing the lecture I'm going to deliver come Monday, or do anything productive in the realm of professorial duties. Instead, I find my attention straying more and more toward the office. Are we waiting for him to come? I voiced my frustrations to good old Oz. Theo will probably arrive at any moment. I can't stop wondering whether my explanation will be enough for him. In the past, no sort of explanation ever seemed to please him when it came to fairies. And why should it do so now? My voice cracks with concern. This time he came to you, bearing in mind the possibility of fairy involvement. I wonder how we were able to understand Oz the fairy. He'd be a fool if he discredits you so soon. My fairy companion's chirping becomes increasingly stern this time. But you need to get yourself together. You must remain steadfast and strong when facing the detective. Don't permit your voice to falter when presenting your findings. I know I can't let myself unravel at this point. Okay. It's just that, he's never solicited my opinion quite in this manner. A professional insight, no less. All the more reason to be as calm as you can be. Maintaining your composure is essential to delivering a persuasive argument. Ooh, wait, we're gonna say something to him, or? But no matter what happens, at least you know you tried. Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, he's the one who needs to solve this case, not me. Not me. Anyone but me. You're right, of course you are. I'm not a detective, I'm simply a professor sharing my perspective. Thank you, Oz, for always talking me off the ledge. Oh, the knocking. Just then, somebody knocks on the door. That's my cue to sail past your window ledge. Best of luck. I whisper a hurried goodbye to my fairy friend. I'll see you tonight, Oz. Once Oz is flown out, I direct my attention toward the door. Come in. My assistant marches in. Professor, you have a visitor. The detective? Minnie nods. Oh, alright, send him in. Okay guys, it's Theo again. Gotta act normal. Act natural. Minnie nods once again and walks out the room. Theo paces a little bit after strolling in. He appears quite distracted. He finally stops and opens his mouth. So, what have you learned? I take a deep breath. Here it goes. I have to present my findings to perhaps the most sought-after detective in the police force. Theo investigates cases right where the crime scenes unfold. He's agonizingly familiar with the grit and the grime of the city's darkest recesses. Meanwhile, as a professor, my expertise primarily revolves around the nebulous, the theoretical. I must do my best to stay calm and collected, just as Oz suggested. I've read the case files. The victim's odd behavior shortly before death could be due to hypnotic spells from fairies. The fourth victim went to the police station, but before she said anything, it seemed she saw something that scared her away. What if she saw something not human? He interrupts me before I can finish. I've no time for assumptions. The papers telephoned our department this morning, said they found out about some of these deaths. Oh, shoot. So that's why he looks agitated. The chief is preparing a statement for tomorrow regarding this. Okay. So I'll just cut to the chase. Is there fairy involvement? Oh, the call out. The call out. Wait, what? Wait. No. What happens if we say no? I'm kind of curious. Wait, let's say no. Let's say no. Let's say no. Theo pinches the space between his eyebrows and sighs. Well, I've wasted my time coming here. He picks up the evidence box and then abruptly leaves. It appears I've blown the little chance Faeology has of becoming acknowledged in the academic field. That's it? That's it? Oh, that was a bad ending! So we have to say yes to like stay on track for the good ending. Oh! Ooh, wait, Suzume? Aren't you streaming right now? Hi, Yama. Go back to your stream. What? See, we're gonna pretend that never happened. Okay, guys. We're gonna pretend that that ending never happened. Yes, there is fairy involvement. Oh, shit! Wait. Why did it keep going? I don't want it to. Okay, I'm just gonna press my spacebar repeatedly so I don't accidentally skip everything again. We're gonna keep clicking, keep. Okay. So yes, there is fairy involvement. Yes, I'm certain of it. I can tell his interest is piqued. However, I'd like to first lay out the basics, since I'm pretty sure you've discarded things I've told you in the past. He grumbles as if in admission of my statement. So far, we've identified 3 classes of fairies: warrior, scribe, and parasitic fae. Warriors have strong offensive magic, scribes' magic tends to be defensive, and parasitic magic is, well, parasitic. We Faeologists have developed a tool called Blacklight to detect traces of fae magic. It can even be detected through photographs if the magic is especially strong. Wait, I didn't know that? Maybe I should have gone back and checked that. Warrior magic glows red, scribe magic blue, and parasitic magic shines purple. I found that seemingly fairies of one specific class are behind us. Which one is the culprit? Parasitic. They're of the parasitic class. What's the evidence? Death Fae? How does this prove parasitic involvement? I put the dead fae beneath the blacklight. This is a dead parasitic fae. Look, it glows under the blacklight. Is this dead bug the one behind the murders? All I can see is the purple traces, but what about this red glow? He's right. I feel like I didn't think it was. Well, shit. You're right. It appears I should reinvestigate. What else you got? What's else with purple? I don't remember what else was purple. Blood sample? Or the ring? They both glowed. The ring? How does this prove parasitic involvement? I placed the ring beneath the blacklight. You see, Mrs. Moore's ring glows purple under the blacklight. But what about this red glow? Well, fuck. You're right, it seems I have missed it. Theo let out a long sigh. The look on his face says it all. He's profoundly disappointed. I swallow back the lump rising in my throat. Clearly, you haven't been thorough in your investigation. Either you're missing important things or you just don't take this as seriously as I thought. But I do take it seriously. If I could just reinvestigate. It's hard to get any sentences out of my mouth. No words of mine could ease the way he sees me now. Oh shoot, I messed up! It doesn't matter. We're running out of time. I couldn't find proof of it being unusual drugs or poison either. Even most atypical drugs don't cause this kind of bizarre hallucination, so no poisons could turn the whole body into hardened bones. His eyes narrow on me, full of quiet accusations. Honestly, I can't believe this. You've dedicated many, many years to the study of forensic physiology. Thank you for the hydrate and head pat, Suzume. And this is all you have to show for it? Well, fuck you too, man. What are you? I know you're clever, capable, competent, but you ought to consider changing your field. You're not cut out for forensics. This is physiology. I feel like I'm starting to see red. I can't believe he's bringing up my profession this way. I know I messed up, but you just crossed a goddamn line. He knows I try my best, but given the limited time, but he just keeps hammering away. It hits me all over again how easy it is for him to make me feel really small. I'm just laying down the facts. He says it so nonchalantly, as if he doesn't see the effect of his opinion on me. I can't do this anymore. My anger is beyond containment. I never want to see you again. Get out. Fine by me. I don't plan on ever coming back to this office anyhow. Upon picking up the box of evidence, Theo turns to leave. Don't let the door hit you on your way out. He slammed. Well, what? I find myself striding restlessly in my room, seething with frustration. Perhaps this is for the best. After all, there's a reason I walked away, and it's all coming back to me. As I was steadying my breaths to calm down, I realized something. I haven't explained Dr. Rayford's findings on the blood samples, how it could be fairy blood, and the significance of the scribe sigils on prominent families. Even more, Mr. Henkel gave me top secret information on a clandestine occult group in the upper class. I didn't have a chance to tell him that. Well, so be it. I'm not going to write him or telephone him. Perhaps I'll just write an anonymous letter to the homicide department. But first, I ought to finish grading the assignments I neglected yesterday. It's been an hour and a half since I forced myself to get back to work, yet my anger hasn't subsided. Then it strikes me. I'm no more angry at Theo than I am at myself. How did I fail this? Why wasn't I more thorough enough? Still, that doesn't give him the right to talk to me like that. I bury my face in my hands as I realize that I've merely been spinning in circles. Professor, is this a bad time? I look up at her in shock. When did she get in? I knocked, then waited for a moment. Then it occurred to me that perhaps she didn't hear me. Oh, sorry. My mind is more than a little preoccupied. The detective had an intensely brooding expression when he left. I figured that the meeting didn't go well. You have a visitor waiting at the reception area? It's Mr. Henkel, isn't it? I meant to meet him today, I nearly forgot. I can tell him to come back another day. No, I do want to see him. He might be the only person on earth who can make me feel better right now. I'll send him in right away. My patron is beaming when he strides in. The one look at my face is all it takes to hear the response of the boy. No, you look better when you're smiling. Whatever is the matter? You look like someone died. It's because of Detective Krause, isn't it? I can sulk another time. We should get going, shouldn't we? I did agree to accompany you to the Leo's Gala. That can wait, my dear. Everything can wait. My priority now, and always will be, ensuring that you're okay. Stop! I feel so bad. I fumbled. With just a tiny bit of coaxing from my patron, I divulged all that just transpired. I revealed what Theo said to me and how small it made me feel. I'm devastated to hear about it all. If I could curse the detective to the depths of hell for insulting you as he did, I would have done so already. Oh, wait, he's so sweet. Perhaps when we next cross paths, I can hook his ankle with my cane. Yes, do it. Oh my god. Then we can watch him together as he topples down 4 flights of stairs. Hell yeah. See, we don't need to be the bigger person out here. Accidentally, of course. I can't help but let out a chuckle. I know he's only joking, but yet it has triumphantly alleviated all my frustration. In the end, Theo would still find out that you did that, Mr. Henkel. I don't want you to go to jail. Truth be told, he wasn't wrong about everything. I haven't been thorough enough. I'm finding it hard not to be disappointed in myself. My patron smiles at me. Don't be, dearest. Sometimes things don't work out as intended. Not every mystery is destined to be solved. Dude, we're talking about a 4-victim murder mystery here. Unless he's... See, that sounds like something someone involved would say. I'm just saying. Let's go. Well, he said it was glowing red. So I'm going to assume that... Can't sleep? Bonk? Wait, why are you bonking me? You're the one that can't sleep. Thank you for the bonk. He did say it was glowing red. So I'm going to... And we said Parasite was purple, Scribe was blue, and Warrior's red. So I'm going to go to Warrior. They're of the Warrior class. What is the evidence? Thank you for the head pats. Okay, I'm fine. It cancels out. The blood sample is glowing red. How does this prove Warrior involvement? I still off the blood sample beneath the black light to show the magic traces. I'm gonna be back in 3 minutes. I'm back. Welcome. Most soon today, viewer. The bonks and the headbands to cancel it out and fan. Welcome back, Maina. Thank you, thank you. We are about to get to... I'm hoping this is a good ending. Also, why you messaged me during stream, I just read it. I just said one thing, right? I was on my 3-minute break. I slopped the blood sample beneath the black light to show the magic's traces. You see, there's a glow of purple and red under the black light. How do the purple traces, or parasitic magic as you say, have a part in this? The blood is fairy. It is fairy blood. That is because this blood is fairies, and their blood contains traces of their own magic. This is further supported by the blood sample analysis. Exactly. Fairy blood has high content of phosphorus, just like reported. Adding to that, the missing iron. Fairies have an aversion toward iron. They don't have it in their blood. Wow, but the Maina Core post I sent got ignored? Wait, what? Okay, fine, I'll open it right now. Which one? Which channel is it under? They can still, however, withstand the iron in human blood. That's why some parasitic fae like to drink our blood. As I ramble on, Theo listens intently with a slightly surprised look on his face every time I start a new sentence. Wait, I sent it on Twitter? Oh, I don't open Twitter DMs. I only check whatever's on the server. To be honest, I'm out of words at the moment. What else you got? Ooh, he's paying attention to me. Okay. Dead Fae. How does this prove warrior involvement? I put the dead Fae beneath the black light. This is a dead... This is a dead parasitic Fae. Look, it glows purple and red under the black light. I take it their bodies still glow even after they're dead? Correct. It takes a little while until their magic is fully dissipated from the corpse. It honestly looks just like a normal bug. Ew! Knock, jump scare, eek. Sorry, I don't live alone, guys. It honestly looks just like a normal bug to me. That's gross. Yeah, it was really gross when I looked at it with the magnifying glass. Hold on 1 second. I turn to the shelves and pick up one of the boxes containing a deceased insect. Wait, are we comparing the insects with the fairy right now? From my ongoing research. I opened the lid and show it to Theo. I found this one dying just yesterday. It died shortly after. Swiftly, I put it beneath the black light. A normal bug, I'm assuming. Doesn't glow, you see. Theo's expression is a blend of amusement and bewilderment. Quite interesting. And how does it end up here? Failed transformation magic? Oh yeah, because it's the fairy transforming into the human. Like, taking up the human form with the 6 fingers. It's a parasitic fae that got warped by a coin due to transformation magic going awry. The coin and the evidence turned into this when I put it under the black light long enough, essentially revealing what it really was. So, the third victim, Mrs. Niblet. What about her? Mr. Henkel says she has her numerous coin collections displayed in all the rooms in her house. That particular coin must have been nearby when she met her fate. I can see a sense of unease reflected in Theo's expression as he stares at me. I need a moment to digest all of this. Give me 1 moment, guys. Okay guys, I'm back. I nod and take a moment to arrange the box neatly before placing it back on the shelves. What else you got? whatever you want, I got it. I'm just saying, man. Oh, the ring. How does this prove warrior involvement? I placed the ring beneath the blacklight. You see, Mrs. Moore's ring glows purple and red under blacklight. But why does it glow purple as well? Is it the parasitic fae? No, it's part of the transformation magic, that's why. That is because the ring is part of transformation magic. When the parasitic fae is transformed into a changeling or a human lookalike, high fae magic is able to copy everything. Including Mrs. Moore's... Wait, oh, the fae turn into the ring? No, the fae turn into the human, but it can copy the ring in the outfit. Okay. There's sudden silence in the air as Theo's eyes widen in consternation. What in the hell are we dealing with here? He mutters in a voice that is filled with dismay. There appears to be strong evidence pointing towards warrior involvement. Based on what you've shown me, parasitic fairies are one way or another connected to the matter of killing. But you also haven't told me how the warrior fairies kill the victims. Give it to me straight. How do you figure the murders were carried out? It's the changelings because of the 6 fingers. The warrior high fae used their transformation magic to turn parasitic fae into human lookalikes of the victims, which are often called changelings. Roommate, I'm scary. Stop! I'm investigating fairy bugs and you're trying to summon my roommate back? Nah, not my bug roommate that I still haven't seen ever since that one day a while ago. Changelings. I take out the crime scene photographs with middle-aged victims and lay them out on the table. Using the magnifying glass, I show the oddity in the victim's hands to Theo. This is one of the possible anomalies that is likely to happen due to the complexity of transformation magic used in creating changelings. As famous as these ladies' families are, it would have been a big thing on the papers if they had 6 fingers from when they were children. I don't seem to remember anything like that in newspapers. Do you? You should have seen my bug roommates in Bali. Thank God I wasn't there. I call upon the cockaroomy. Shut up! Does the roommate work like Beetlejuice? No, me neither. Theo looks away as though trying to remember all the newspapers he's read. It also explains the missing iron in the blood sample since a corpse... Oh yeah! It's missing iron and extra phosphorus. I wait until Theo meets my gaze again before continuing. They then murder the changelings using ossification and hallucination magic. It's done to cover up what they really did to the real humans. Wait, and then the real humans are in the fairyland right now. They could be anything. The real humans might be wedded to the fairyland, destined to wed certain fairies and bring forth offspring. Or be employed as a slave. God damn, I'm scared now. I thought fairies were nice. I guess not. Or tortured for amusement until they died. I shiver at the thought of it happening to the poor ladies. Theo appears to be unsettled by the same thoughts as well. Hold on. Are you saying that they might still be alive? There's a chance. Yet the realm of the fairies is still an enigma. even for those who study their kind. Fairies are evil? What? Tinkerbell kind is cool. I don't know about these fairies. I think these fairies scare me. The Faeologists in this university have barely met any living fairies. You're aware of how fresh this field is within academia, aren't you? Theo nods. It pains me to admit that I genuinely do not know how to get them back. I will keep trying nonetheless. We both fell silent, as though a heavy weight had settled in our throats, refusing to budge. This kind of reminds me. Do you guys know Animorphs, like the book series? Are these like middle school kids turning into animals? Fighting against these little like alien guys that go into people's brains and like control them. I don't know why I thought about that book series. Very different from this one. But like the little guys, the little fairies, little aliens, kind of intimidate me. We can also look at this case from another angle. The motives. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that book series genuinely scared me. You guys know those book covers? But then they like cartoonified and made it cute now for the current generation reading them. They turned into a graphic novel series too. Based on your investigation, what could be the rationale behind the warrior fairy's actions? It's difficult to pinpoint the reason why fairies do what they do since they don't follow human rules or morality. However, I found that why would they? Blessed by. We didn't see like how in the we did see in the bad ending where there were like blue little lights in the photos. So it might be the scribes. The three middle-aged are blessed by scribe phase, shown by the sigils on one of their hands. I say as I hover the backlight on top of the family photographs one by one. I mentioned before that especially strong magic can be seen even through photographs. Yes, I remember. He answers while taking the black light out of my hand and checking the sigils himself. Two sigils light up on Mrs. Wooldridge's family photograph and one of Mrs. Moore's. This sigil is a sign of being blessed by one of the scribe fae. Usually when someone has done a very special boon for a scribe. A boon? Boon. A thing that has helped for a benefit. Wait, you be nice to a fairy and they return the favor by kidnapping you and leaving someone to take your form and die in your place, and then potentially torturing you in the new fairyland. It gives good fortune and is passed down through generations. As you know, the middle-aged victims in the families are old rich families that have stayed on top for many decades. That's how strong the magic is. Mrs. Moore was adopted, that's why it's only her who has it. Her late biological parents hailed from a distinguished and affluent lineage. Theo points at the faces in Mrs. Wooldridge's photographs, and he's the biological father while the other two are family, so that's why those two have it. I'm positively sure that should we check into Mrs. Niblet's family photograph, she and her children will display the same sigils. I'll see what I can do. Oh, and it's meant as a warning for others not to harm the marked human. What? I guess that warning didn't work in this case, did it? No, it didn't. Oh, so they were supposed to protect them, not actually. Okay. Well, I suppose this does make sense and it's a pattern. Yes. This might be targeted murderers. He then casts a glance my way with an air of satisfaction around him and breaks into a... Oh, he's smiling again. We averted. We strayed away from the bad ending. Thank God. Good job. Oh my God. Considering how rarely he gives commendations, this sounds like the compliment of a lifetime. I can feel my confidence going through the roof. Thank you. Lastly, what have you found on the poor girl Mary Hatcher? Any connections to fairies? The chemist's report is similar to the case files. The blood is normal human blood, traces of arsenic. I didn't find any signs of fairy magic from the evidence. Even so, based on her relation to Mrs. Niblet, we can't discard the possibility that fairies might be involved with her death too. Theo nods in agreement. Oh, so they're still not sure about the fourth victim because she still has like the iron. The only difference with her that she interacted with the third victim. I have one more piece of information to tell you. Really? What is it? Mr. Henkel told me that there exists a clandestine occult group, occult group called the Golden Dawn. I asked him about this since the police report suggested some occultism might be involved. I keep saying kilt instead of cult. Hardly anyone, even from the upper class, has ever heard of it. He said several elites are members of it. How does he know about that, though? How does he know about the group? Who told about it? He picks out a small notebook and a pen from his trench coat and starts writing. I'm not sure if this is useful. Every scrap of information counts. I ought to write down the things we talked about today as well. Your findings nearly threw me for a loop. I forgot to take notes. Of course, take your time. While Theo was writing, I tidied up my desk and put the evidence back in the box. Anything else you got? That's all I have for now. He puts his notebook and pen back in his coat. Oh, thank God. Oh my God. we didn't get the bad ending. He heaves a sigh so heavy I can believe he has the weight of the city on his shoulders. Okay, Atlas. Is that the Greek god who has to carry the weight of the earth? Something like that. Even so, when he looks at me, there's a glint of something that wasn't there before. This fleck of illumination is all the more stark since we started this discussion. So, perhaps a tiny, delicate thing is blooming in his room to counteract the overwhelming darkness and despair outside. I always knew you were close. Are you trying to, compliment? Are you trying to get things going? But I have to say, you've outdone yourself this time. I'm impressed. From start to finish, you were able to line the evidence perfectly with your theories. Everything makes perfect sense. I can't believe he's saying all this. I'm feeling like $1 million. Thank you, Theo. It means so much more coming from you. Haven't I always told you you make a good detective? Are you trying to get me on your side, man? I'm just saying. Yes, he has. It feels nostalgic all of a sudden. Feels like such a long time ago. That got a smirk out of him. Well, we've still got our work cut out for us. But at least for now, innocent people won't get thrown to jail, thanks to you. I just need to convince the thief and the chief and the papers. Though your findings, it sure would make it a lot easier. If anyone can pull it off, it's you. Even with that ragamuffin look, there's something about you that makes people listen to you and trust you. Ragamuffin! That's one way to call it. Well now, you did fall for this ragamuffin? Stop! You're making me want to fall for you all over again. I mean, what? I said nothing. And how did you know that it wasn't your constant brush with danger after man? Oh, I know. I'm sure of a comeback for once. He knows just how to catch me off guard. All of a sudden, the playful glint in his eyes disappears, replaced by a serious stare. Listen, I might have to bring your name up in my report. I can't predict how the papers will handle this, but it's possible they'll mention you in Faeology. This is good for your field, of course, but it could draw unwanted, dangerous attention your way. I'll be fine, Theo. I can protect myself. This is what the field needs. Indeed, you're more than capable of taking care of yourself. I know that very well. I do appreciate you worrying over me. Theo's concern seems to fade and he lets out a sigh of relief. Well, this day's certainly been a ride. He glances at his wristwatch. I've still got time till I have to go back to the station. Fancy your... Is he asking me out on a date? I have a gala to attend though. You can tell me more about fairies. I'll listen with way less judgment this time. Just like I promised. I don't know if that's a good idea. Oh, I get it. Besides, I must honor a prior appointment with... Oh, I feel so bad. I feel bad. I'm starting to like you now. All right. I'd better get going then. Be sure to take care of yourself. Same goes for you. Just as the detective was about to leave, my patron arrives at the door. Yes! They're gonna fight over me. Let's go. I mean, oh, of course. Fancy seeing you here, Detective Krause. Even as Theo considers to glare, Mr. Henkel's eyes are steady on mine. Are you ready to go? Oh my gosh. In a moment, I just have to finish grading these assignments. It'll take 10 minutes at most. I'm happy to wait. Anything for you. There's a slamming sound as Theo leaves the office. He was in a good mood, but it's sour because he showed up. After he departs, I focus on the assignments for grading. The only noise that can be heard in the office is the rustling of papers. Mr. Henkel then breaks the silence. Are you looking forward to all the exciting funding opportunities we can potentially snag at this event? I'm not looking forward to spraddling my can and waiting for coins to drop. You know I'd never let you beg. Why is he so... I wanna... I don't know. He's... As long as you're with me, you'll get things done with dignity. You know what I'm most excited to see, or taste rather? What? The free-flowing champagne! The fundraiser will have that, right? Of course, that's a given. I have a lot to celebrate tonight. Oh? You have to tell me everything as soon as possible. I will, I promise. CG! 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 See, wait! Oh my god! That was it? Wait, I wanted more. I thought, what? He looks so good. It's another afternoon in the office. My patron has stopped by to discuss the research project that I've been considering. Now that Faeology might get increased credibility, especially with the police, I think we should examine the prevalence of strange deaths caused by fairies, don't you think, Mr. Henkel? That's so sad. Dude, he looks so good. If we weren't at the gala, I would have I can't, actually, I'm not gonna say it on stream. I would have been so normal. The police might agree to help us collect the data. I'm not so sure about that. It would take time for the police to trust us to that extent. Besides, wouldn't it be more pressing to face your research on warrior phase? We have to talk. Before I can respond, two individuals suddenly barge into my office. Sorry, I tried to stop him but couldn't, even though I told him we were in a meeting right now. That's okay, Minnie. You can let me handle this. If you say so, Professor. Minnie grumbles at Theo as she walks out. What's seating you, Theo? Theo doesn't so much as glance at Mr. Henkel. He unfurls a rolled-up newspaper from the inner pocket of his coat. He hands it to me. Oh. Another victim? Oh, no. At a glance, I can see the phrases, "Fairies are real, evil is afoot, and fairies killing humans," spelled out in bold, oversized letters. As I begin reading, my patron peers over my shoulders to read as well. It's not the chief's statement that made the front page. It's another bizarre murder, and this time the victim is a beloved celebrity. She danced until her body gave out. They wrote out all the excessively grisly details connected to her death. Oh no. Moreover, the reports surrounding the other homicides have been thoroughly sensationalized and exaggerated. They've depicted fairies as evil enemies of mankind, and in some parts, they even insinuate that war between beings is brewing. Reading all of this makes my heart sink and my stomach churn. I need to put the paper down for a moment. This is truly awful. I've already checked the crime scene. The details of this latest incident look similar to what we've uncovered from the previous murders. Given everything, I'd say fairies definitely in the picture here. Though it's so hard to make heads or tails of all this. It's very difficult to grasp their motives, but judging by the methods and frequency, I have to say this is significant. Something big might be going on in the land of the fairies. As the conversation unfolds, Mr. Henkel appears to be deeply in thought. What? I need you to check something really quick. Theo gives me a photograph of the celebrity. Knowing exactly what he wants, I retrieve the blacklight from my drawer and examine the photograph close. Is it blue? Both Theo and Mr. Henkel peek over my shoulder to see. A sigil. The same one as the other 3 victims had. I suppose we can now establish that these are targeted murders. I nod at him. For some reason, Mr. Henkel is nodding with me. Although the 4th victim, Mary Hatcher, doesn't have the sigil, does she? Did you find anything more about it? Theo shakes his head, leaving behind a troubled look. Nobody in the purchase records has a strong link to the girl. We're asking around here and there. The girl was a saint, everyone loved her. Her squabble with Mrs. Niblet is the strongest lead we have. Oh, shit. A striking realization dawns upon me. What if a fairy transformed into a human and purchased the poison? Wait, they can... Oh, yeah, the very powerful ones can. Without any, anomalies in the body. Suddenly, Mr. Henkel's familiar voice fills the room after his long stretch of silence. Oh, yes, detective. Although when a fairy shifts into human shape, they cannot assume the identity of someone already living. So someone dead. Your culprit may well be a name on the list, but when that doesn't truly exist, I give a nod in agreement with his words, feeling slightly proud that my patron is reading all the knowledge this university has to offer. Theo flinches at Mr. Henkel's input, clearly having dismissed him as part of the furniture. He really can't stand him. He then scoffs. Theo. All I get from Theo is a shrug. Surprisingly, he turns towards the patron. From what I've come to understand, fairy magic is more than capable of doing the killing. They've no need for poison. But what if they're trying to frame a human? But I won't discard the possibility, right? Because the first 3 is very, gruesome on their own. Obviously fairy, but purchasing, poison, like arsenic. Mr. Henkel only replies with a smile. Well, that's certainly a smile? It's like barely a smile on the tips of his mouth. Theo goes back to ignoring Mr. Henkel and talks directly to me. I should mention that I've gotten permission for you to check out the crime scene. Come with me tomorrow? I'll see what I can do. Alright, I've got to go. I'm leaving the newspaper here. There are more articles about theology that you should read. Without so much as a word of goodbye to Mr. Henkel, Theo turns and leaves. I pick up the paper again and continue reading, while Mr. Henkel silently reads alongside me. The field of theology is indeed mentioned quite markedly, but its loyalty to humankind is under scrutiny. Oh yeah, Oz, our little fairy guy. Although the police chief spoke of our help, the papers continue to raise doubts about our involvement in these killings. Is the Faeology University a friend or a foe? Yo, this is so good. I think we got the good ending here. Wait, they were here earlier. Quality mistakes. I just realized quality mistakes in the credits. Oh my gosh. I know, oh my gosh, I know someone. Should we try for Theo's ending? Let's see if I can skip through all the way to Theo's ending. Let's see. All the way to Theo. Doesn't matter. You came here despite everything. You know you've got to do whatever it takes to solve this case. So do it. Oh, I love our personality in this game. He's taken aback by what I said and plunges into his own thoughts. I swear one of these days you'll be the end of me. Fine. Just make sure he can keep it under his hat. I sign relief. I will. Alright, accept the challenge. Bring it on, detective. This brings a grin to his almost consistent brooding expression. Good. Okay. So let's keep going. We're gonna go all the way to the end here. So we're gonna just gonna investigate everything I can. I'm gonna skip through as much as I can, but we still gotta get all this investigating done. Blue light, hands, last image. Should I put this magnifying glass away? Okay, put you away. Actually, you're not the magnifying glass. This is taking a hot second. Let me see if I can speed up this investigation. And the last one, last case file anyway. And then the ring. It's glowing red. That's how we know it's the warrior. Okay. The makeup palette. And then the photograph. The sigil. Sigil. I was gonna turn to a bug. Ugh, disgusting. I'm covering my screen. Come on, I know what you're to do. Ew. And then I think that's gonna be it. Confirm. Stare faster? You're right, I don't want to stare. Okay, we interviewed him last time, so let's interview Dr. Rayford this time. Dr. Rayford, would you mind staying a little longer? I'd like to hear your opinion about something. Dr. Rayford glances at me, then at Mr. Henkel, and then back at me with a glimmer of mischief in her smile. Are you sure, Professor? Oh wait, is she like shipping us or something? I let out a resigned sigh. Sometimes it can be quite difficult to deal with her teasing. Yes. When I address my patron once more, regret colors my tone. Mr. Henkel, would you mind coming back another day? I have something crucial to discuss with the doctor at present. Yes, of course. I understand your scientific pursuits precede all else. I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you for dropping off those muffins. He only replies with a smile. I'll see you soon, right? As soon as possible, I promise. Mr. Henkel and Dr. Rayford exchange brief goodbyes. My patron then departs. I'm alone with the chemist again. Doctor, I might need your further assistance regarding the blood samples and also something more pressing. So it is true, you are working with the police. Miss Maina, guess what? Are you working on some more art? So it is true, you were working with the police. I suppose. Detective Krause consulted me this morning about an ongoing criminal case. Oh? Do I sense some old flame flickering back into life? She is teasing us! We are talking, it's a, what's it called? Investigation. Your eyes are tricking you, Doctor. It's been ashes for a long time now and nothing has changed. There is a hint of disbelief in her eyes, but I won't indulge in her playful teasing as there is a more important matter at hand. I have a character I can do, but I haven't started yet, and aside from that, it turns out that people really do love the drink. Yeah! See, as long as your art is really nice. I like the one you got me for my birthday. It's very beautiful. Thank you for that. So I'm sure whatever you make next is gonna look great. I clear my throat. So I would also like to ask you for information, as you may be acquainted with some of the victims or their friends and families. Alright. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. Thank you, although I do need your sworn secrecy on this. Oh, that character! You talk about that one a lot, so that's really cool. Really cool that you were able to get that one started and done with. Of course, I'm adept at keeping secrets. You need not worry. Those samples I analyzed are part of the evidence in this case, right? That's right. Let us begin. I shall her the fundamental facts of the case while she listens silently all the while. When I finish my summation, she only has one word to say to me. Interesting. So what are we supposed to show her? The blood samples? I found traces of arsenic in this blood sample. Yes, that was reported by the forensics team too. One wonders who could have done such a thing to a poor girl. Actually, chemists do sell arsenic to common people to make their own weed killer and rat poison. I haven't done that in some time, not since the university contract. But I'm sure the detective has asked the henchman to collect purchase records from chemists all over the city, don't you think? Ah, yes, the most intriguing piece of evidence. It's weird, isn't it, that it doesn't contain iron at all, even though it just looks like human blood. Not to mention the high percentage of phosphorus. Would you let me know if it ended up being a theory after all? Only if I'm allowed. Is there any insight from chemistry as to why there would be no iron in a red-colored cell? Sadly, no. I'm just as puzzled myself. Oh, we know why. We know why. I guess I have to go over everything with her. I've done my best to put all the details here, although I might have missed something regarding the curious blood sample. The fun part, I'm sure nobody knows, is I forgot the eyebrows. Oh, yeah. Can you still add them on? This is tomorrow's gala. I'll not be going there since the opera is playing. I didn't know you were into opera, Doctor. My late husband and I used to go there for one of our date nights. Sadness leaks to her eyes, even though her smile stays bright. Aww. I hadn't the faintest sheep been married before. Speaking of which, I spotted Detective Krause at the Met during last month's performance. The hair hangs so low, so it's not almost on. Okay, that's good. He appeared to be enjoying the opera, accompanied by an attractive, tall blonde. Are you trying to be jealous? It was quite the unexpected sight. I never took him for an admirer of opera. Well, that's a new one on me. Ring? My, are you proposing me to Professor? Is she romanceable or something? I guess not. I'm afraid my heart still belongs to my late husband. I can hear sorrow seeping through her peppy voice. Quietly, I slipped the ring back into the box. Another one. I've got everything on this page already, so I guess just this page left. There is no sound to be heard as she stares at the photograph for a little while. I wonder if it's too much for her. Is this Mrs. Wooldridge? It's a little difficult to recognize her because of the, well, she speaks with her usual sunny lilt, which is quite surprising. I guess she has got a strong stomach. Yes, you're correct. What do you know of her? Everyone knows her and her family, that's pretty sure. They're one of the richest in the family, the elites of the elites. Accordingly, their circle consists of only a very selected people, such as your patron, I imagine. Oh, and their family likes to host charity events. Did you ever know her to dabble in occult matters? Unfortunately, what I told you is all know about her. If she did dabble, do you think maybe her manner of death is a result of occult matters? It certainly is a possibility. Next one. Mrs. Moore. Occult. I keep saying it wrong, I know. I'm just a girl. She seems to recognize the victim quite fast. We've met once or twice at a clothing store and exchanged a few pleasantries. Occasionally, I would see her and her husband at various dinner parties as well. They were a lovely couple. I'm part of a cult. I don't like those guys though. You're fine, I'm only laughing. Occult. Whatever. Oh yes, I know her, although I can't seem to recall her name. Mrs. Niblett. That's right. I saw her quite often at the auction, only going for rare coins. As usual, the winning bid was hers. Oh, I wish I could be rich. I wonder if a cult. I wonder if some of those coins carry some sort of curse since it came from God knows where. Last one. Do you happen to know this girl? Unfortunately, no, I don't know her. It's surprising that she seems rather unfazed by quite the gruesome photographs. I wonder if she has seen worse deaths caused by chemicals. And although, even if I'd seen worse, I doubt I could muster much cheer. I never realized this peculiar side of her. This is a family photograph of the Wooldridges. I guess it was everywhere in the papers when her father married famous and one of the most beautiful socialites. The other man here is Mrs. Wooldridge's stepbrother. Do you know anything about these people? Aside from being fabulously wealthy and well-known, not particularly. Oh wait, you can just end it here. Let's end it. We already got all the other information. Okay. What now? Blood. Oh, it's glowing. It's not glowing. What did I look at last time that... That's the case file. I want the lab report. Here it is. Tools. And what else is there new? Is there anything else that's new? Okay. The last blood sample. Okay, end investigation. Okay. We're gonna get re-investigated. Yes, there's fairy involvement. Warrior Fae. I forgot what I said earlier. It's fairy blood, right? Yeah, I think so. And then, Death Fae. Failed transformation magic. And then the ring, because it glows, right? But it's also transformation magic. And then warriors replace victims, changelings. Where I explain changelings. Last by the scribes. Okay. We still gonna work cut out for this? Okay. And here's where we're starting to flirt with him again. We're gonna flirt. We're gonna get his ending now. Okay. Fancy a drink with me? Okay. Sure. Okay, guys, we are gonna get his CG. Would you mind waiting until I finish grading a few assignments? It will take 10 minutes at most. Go ahead. I focus my attention on the assignments. There's a minute of companionable silence. The scribbling of my pen is the only noise audible. Theo then speaks. You know what we should toast to when we drink? What? We should toast to being a good team. We're a team, are we? Aren't we? Or at least we should be. Your knowledge of the fairies is exactly what we need to make sense of all this mess. And it's not just that, your talent for investigation is as impressive as they come. Why is he complimenting us so much more? If you act as a consultant in a high-profile case like this, you'd be handsomely compensated, of course. Imagine what those funds could do for your theological research. So what do you think? Would you ever consider joining the investigation in an official capacity? I'll consider it. CG. Oh my god, guys. Wait, he looks so good. Guys. Okay, then that's pretty much the same ending. You know what we should do? Any way we can... We can't check the CGs? Darn it, we can't... I don't see anywhere in the settings. What? Darn it. Guys. I'm devastated. I want to see... I'm going back to this VOD. And I'm going to screenshot those images and like replace, I don't know, the Mona Lisa with them. Oh man. This game is so good. What the hell? Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm so normal. I really enjoyed this game. I did realize after the second bad ending that I'm stupid, but more and more the clues came up to me, and so I got it eventually. But Death and Faeology, really good game. Huge thank you to Mushroom Mallow for creating the game and for everyone else who is also involved in the creation of the game. I did put the links of the Steam page and to the Fall in Love Festival if you guys want to check out some other romance visual novel games. But I'm gonna end it off here because I have some more homework to do. I want to get some dinner. I got work tomorrow, 8 a.m. I'm excited to wake up early. No, I'm not, but I'm going to try to go live on Sunday. I will be joining Suzume's birthday stream tomorrow for some visual novel gaming, some Yuri goodness. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll post when I'm gonna hop on. It'll be tomorrow evening. Hi, yeah, Suzume. There you go. Just Starfly. I'm gonna be popping up on their stream tomorrow. Well, I'm gonna hand you the thing later. Goodbye. Thank you for stream. Thank you guys for dropping by. Wait, let me raid. You're gonna raid Suzume. Suzume, pretend you don't see this. We're gonna head on to Suzume's channel. Raid message, happy birthday. Say happy birthday to Suzume whenever you guys get there, okay? HBD, happy birthday, Suzume. Pretend you don't see this, Suzume. We're gonna be hopping onto your stream. Alright, I hope everyone has a good night, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whatever time it is for you guys. Check out the game, pinned links right there. I'm also gonna be re-uploading this to YouTube with the links as well. I'll see you guys next time.